Drift like homie, keep flipping it and go. Come so hard, my grip can't even fit it in a phone. Pockets on swell.
Bow, bow, bow. What it is, Josh Girl Black Pop, aka Soda Baby, aka Asuka. You're now tuned in. Soda Talks to Be, Soda's Candidates Hot Topic. Next on the docket, we have Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther, was falsely arrested for trying to withdraw $12,000 out of his account. So recently, Ryan decides to take a trip to Bank of America with a face mask on, dark shades, a hat, and decides to slide this secretive ass note to the bank teller talking about can you withdraw $12,000 out of my account and count it somewhere else because I want you to be discreet. And right where it says do not write on this area, he writes, I would like to withdraw $12,000 cash from my checking account. Please do the money counter somewhere else. I'd like to be discreet. And the bank teller, who just so happened to be a black woman, decides to set the alarm to call the police because she thought it was an attempt bank robbery. And people are out here outraged, saying it was racial discrimination. But the real question is, would you have done the same thing? Cause ain't no way you rolling up on me and I'm working at the bank and I can't see your eyes, can't see your face, and you over here passing me this secret note because you don't want to speak because you want to be discreet. Nigga, please. I feel sorry for him that he had to be the example, but it could have been any race that pulled up like that. Just look at his ass. I hate to be judgmental, but I would have still told, I'm calling 12. I'm calling the 9 on a nigga, and they putting your ass up. Because in the click of a link, a motherfucker can garnish your whole account and your account will be closed. Nigga can send you a link and your whole account is gone, whether it's your page or your bank account. Motherfuckers calling my phone talking about, I got a warrant, send this information. You got jury duty, send that. Oh, you want a free wig? Type in this code and we'll send it to you. You got a free this, you got a free that. Nah. And don't send me no more petitions to sign my name for nobody's wage range. I don't give a I don't live in Milwaukee, so I don't care. I'll look into the details myself, and if I feel it in my heart to sign my name on anything, yeah, that way. And at the end of the day, the police was black and the bank teller was black. So this is just a case of racial stupidity. I hate that a black man had to be the example of this, but I don't know, maybe he should have called ahead of time or something, because are you really gonna take somebody serious that walks up to you like this? No, you ain't. Next on the docket, we have WNBA star Brittany Griner has been arrested at a Russian airport for having a vape cartridge with oil in it. And Russia's now saying that they're gonna start a drug trafficking investigation on this case. And it's just so scary because it's a war going on right now. And we need to try our best to make this as public as we can. Like, we need to make this a big deal around the world because Putin is going to use her as a pawn to get back at the United States. And this can easily turn into a situation where they take advantage of her. Joe, wake your fucking ass up because you need to do something about this. Because if she survives, she has a story that the world needs to hear, because Russia is a third world country and they're already extremely violent to their own, because the death penalty is still given in certain countries. Holding her hostage over a vape cartridge is very petty. But at the same time, as entitled, spoiled citizens of America, it comes a time when you realize you need to be a little more cognizant. Just because your country lets you do whatever the you want don't mean you can play that anywhere else. And I could, even if I don't even travel like that, but there's certain things in my mind I'm like, nah, you could get back for that, especially at a time like this and out of all fucking places, Russia. Bruh, I know you want to smoke your own shit. I know you already got it, but just get the shit when you land. Don't bring none of that on the plane with you guys, seriously, because unfortunately there's no easy solution for this, because sometimes the few get sacrificed for many, because we're making really difficult decisions right now, because we're trying to avoid World War III, trying to figure out how we're gonna get these planes over to Ukraine without looking like we're assisting them publicly. And my heart goes out to the wife because I don't even want to imagine what she's going through right now. Free Brittany Griner. Anyway, we got next on the line, La Boosie badass coming to the defense of Rihanna on not getting married before having a baby. And this is what he had to say. And because of copywriting issues, I'm gonna have to tell you what the conversation him and Vlad had. I love when Boosie does Vlad interviews. So Vlad was like, he was a little bit disappointed because Rihanna didn't wait for marriage and didn't do it like her peers to have a baby. And Boosie said verbatim, mocking Vlad. Boosie says, follow your peers. All that. It's about what makes you happy. She a billionaire. She gotta follow somebody else drip for. She know what she doing. Everybody ain't gotta be in no fake ass marriages and still sneaking and geeking. And you can't judge her for not being married. Cause people f***ing. And if a baby come, a baby's coming. In my little Boosie voice. And when I really just sit back and think about love in itself, the only thing I can compare love to is water, because you can't hold it in your hand. It doesn't stay at one temperature. It changes as the time changes. It can be hot, it could be cold. If it's too hot for you, you can't be in it. And some people just might love that hotness. If it's too cold for you, you can't sit in that. Some people do like cold showers. And I'm just thinking about it, and it's just like, it's so crazy how much we like really beat each other down just for having emotions sometimes. And it's just like, that just may be the temperature someone needs to learn and grow. Just because you can't handle it doesn't mean that it's bad for them. They just might have to understand it that way. It's like trying to hold a fish in your hand. You'll be able to hold it, but you also might hurt your hand from its scales trying to hold on to something that isn't meant to be held onto like that. Love can help you grow and stay hydrated just like water, but you can also drown. You need to know how much of it you need, because too much of it is never good. And really, Rihanna is a billionaire. At this point, not getting married is probably one of the smartest things she gonna do. Protect your assets at all costs. Because at the end of the day, 4 + 4 = 8. 6 + 2 = 8. 7 + 1 = 8. Just because you're married doesn't make you a better person than me. And it just means you found someone who aligns with what you want. Just because you drive and I take the bus doesn't mean we still ain't gonna get to the same destination. And any one of us can lose our tomorrow or gain everything tomorrow. And I'm saying this with taking in the consideration of the double standards between men and women. Of course, it's different when the woman is more of the breadwinner versus the man being the breadwinner. Just like how it's different when men sleep with other women and women sleep with other men. It's just what it is. It's smart for her not to marry him. Rihanna's not an average woman. The story would have been different if it was just an everyday average woman who's dealing with a man who hasn't really showed her that he's going to secure the future with her. But at the end of the day, we don't know what mutual understandings and benefits that they have with being in each other's lives at the end of the day. And just like Uncle Boosie said, you don't have to do nothing just because the world says that you should do it. It just goes to show you how emotions will always override your logic, no matter how much you think you know. And the only advice I can say about this is just try to have the best discernment you can for someone's character by how committed and how consistent they are with you. There's certain mistakes I'm willing to make just to experience life, and having children is one of them. So you can say I told you so whenever, if it happens, because I can't never say never, because you end up doing that very thing. No one deserves to be demonized or belittled for being a statistic, because at the end of the day, we all are statistics. Statistics of who black people are, statistics of who white people are. It don't make you no fucking better. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that there aren't that structure doesn't matter. All in all, I agree with Boosie, because relationships and emotions can be very vague, but that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy them while it's good. And as long as you're able to take care and maintain what you've started, I don't see the problem, because that's the reason why Rihanna is able to be like, you know, Rihanna can do what she wants, because her path is secured. And to me, that's all it comes down to. But anywho, let me know what y'all think in the comments. What y'all think about Ryan Coogler? Would you have gave him his 12K on the spot, or would you have called the 9 on the nigga? Do you think Brittany Griner is ever going to make it back home? And how do you feel about Boosie's statement on the state of Rihanna and ASAP's relationship? Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at itsblackpup. So to talk to me on my back page. We can get into the next video.